Hello and welcome, Reds. Thank you very much for tuning in on today's daily Liverpool news show. If you are new around here, want to keep up to date on all things Liverpool related news, transfers, whatever's happening in reality in terms of the day-to-day fan activity anyway, hit that subscribe button down below if you are watching on YouTube or if you're watching on Facebook as well. Just drop a follow and make sure you do smash a like on the video if you do enjoy today's episodes and just supporting the content as always. Hope you all had a good day anyway. We've got a packed show for you today. Liverpool have made a signing. I know it's a young academy player, but I'll deep dive and tell you what position he plays as well, and if he's highly regarded within the youth setup of English football anyway. Speaking about him in terms of the new scheduling for the shows going forward as of next week as well. Coady, ex Liverpool captain in the academy anyway. We'll speak about him, his move to the EV. Is it the right move for him anyway going forwards? And obviously the Liverpool owner, John Henry, his wife has tweeted on social media reacting to Liverpool fans as well. But it was a good positive tweet anyway. We'll be talking about that in today's episode as well. And obviously there was little segments we'll have a little joke and laugh about. So obviously Fulham have poked fun at Liverpool. We'll speak about Graham Potter. I wanted to gauge your thoughts and opinions anyway in today's episodes. Do you feel you should get a bigger club in the next couple of seasons anyway? But he's doing an absolutely phenomenal job, as we all know, at Brighton. So that's in today's episode as well. And then we've got a little Joel Matip quiz anyway. But first of all, happy birthday to Joel Matip. Absolute legend that he is. He has it's his birthday today. So happy days to Joel Matip. Wish him a good happy birthday. And we've got a little quiz at the end of the show. It's only going to be like 5-6 questions anyway, but a little bit of fun to cap off today's episode anyway. And then we'll run through quite quickly at the back end of the show as well, the Premier League results most importantly. But first, most important segments and part of the show is yous all watching. Make sure you do, if you are jumping in anyway, hit that subscribe button down below anyway, and I really do appreciate it. But we'll get to Russell J. Spearing. Here we go. But yeah, big up, Russell. Thank you, anyone, for tuning in, mate. And thank you to every single one of you that did support the channel last night. It was a great show. It was very thorough. It was an hour and 47 minutes. It was quite a long one, but thank you to everyone that tuned in. And obviously, if you did watch on the repeat, and obviously, if you did drop a like as well, really do appreciate it. Most importantly, thank you to the lads for jumping on as well. But how you doing, Daniel? Thank you very much for tuning in, mate. Big up, John, as well. The Anfield Lark. Got this lad in Footy Manager a year ago, so back he was a gem as well. So the Anfield Lark saying he's a footy Manager gem. So tell you what, there has been some transfers in the past that people have looked on social media. Well, Football Manager as well. I think there was a couple of years back, there was a certain player that moved to a European club, and it was based off the recruitments in terms of the hierarchy. The football club was based off Football Manager, so it can work. But interesting times. But Jose, thank you very much for tuning in, mate. You're absolute bloody legend. And as I've spoke to Ant, he's a massive Leicester fan, and I've been telling Ant, get rid of Rodgers. I know he's done fantastic winning the FA Cup and all that, but and obviously Community Shield. But we all warned Ant, especially me and Connor. He's a good mate of mine. But thank you very much for tuning in, mate. Going forward, and I think Leicester, you just need to get rid of him anyway. Jack, was Coady blue or the Red Scouts growing up? I think he was a Liverpool fan, mate, but I don't know if there will be probably a video of him saying that he was a blue. You do tend to find quite a lot of the Liverpool players were all Everton fans, and like vice versa. Obviously, the Everton players were Liverpool fans, vice versa. Anyway, but obviously we'll speak about Coady a bit later. But chat, if anyone knows 100% or if anyone's watching on the repeat, please do let us know anyway in terms of Conor Coady. It should be fun when he does get announced. You were booing him not too long ago anyway when he was at Goodison, so I think that'll go down quite well if he signs for them. But Ant's not happy. Five highest paid gaffers in Europe, and he couldn't manage his pay for bag. Rants over. No, I can't believe that Coady is going to the EV, Daniel. Yeah, we'll speak about that anyway. But right, we'll get straight stuck into it, everyone. As I said, the scheduling going forward, if you are watching on the repeat anyway, for this new season, as you can see there with my analytics, a lot of you are viewing a lot of the episodes in and around 6 p.m., 7 p.m. So I will be tinkering with either 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. This coming week. But going forward, the episodes will be coming out at 7 p.m. as of next week. But I will change it potentially for a week to test run the 6 p.m. shows anyway, obviously the scheduling. But that's what the analytics are showing me. And obviously, the more easier, the more time you can all tune in and watch the episodes. So appreciate all the support, everyone. Absolute razor appreciate it. Absolute legends, and happy birthday to Joel Matip. But firstly, we'll get straight into obviously the first official signing from Liverpool. Today, Liverpool, as James Pearce was tweeted there, Liverpool have signed centre-back Oludare Olufunwa on a free to bolster their under-21 squad following a successful trial. He's left Southampton after 11 years at the end of the season as well. And the official announcement on Liverpool's website does state he is renowned. Well, he goes by the name of Dare. It says on Liverpool's website anyway. So joins Liverpool in August 2022 following a trial. The centre-half was previously with Southampton, who was joined at an early age. He was spotted by the Saints at a local football club level, and obviously he was born on the 29th of July 2001. That makes me feel old anyway, but chat, let me know. It's great. We all know how good Southampton's academy has been in the past, and if this lad is even half as good as the Southampton centre half that we did sign a couple of years ago, I tell you what, not too bad. But as I said, Southampton has got such a rich history over the last 10-15 year period for producing quite quality, high level players, especially obviously you look at the last couple of years, a lot of them have moved and gone to bigger clubs as well. So it's great. And I did see obviously the tweets. Everyone was replying to obviously the announcements and everything, going, it's not a midfielder, it's not the signing we've made, but what Liverpool are doing quite rightly, and the one thing that Liverpool, especially under Jurgen Klopp, and over the last 5-6 year period anyway, Liverpool, we've been safeguarding our future as well. We're looking not just short-termism in terms of the next couple of years, and quite rightly, we do need to bring in one or two. We spoke about that last night, but what Liverpool are doing, especially with Carvalho, Elliott as well, the new lad there coming in to my left as well in the background. So he's quite a young prospect. He's 21. He's 21 years old, so he's got a bright future in terms of as a player. So time will tell. We're safeguarding Liverpool Football Club, and that's what you want. We're getting the best young talents in England playing for the football club, whether that be under 23s, under 21s, under 19s. Liverpool's future does look bright, and it's only going to set us up for an even better footing in terms of the long run anyway. I have never heard of, he goes by the name of obviously Dare, D-A-R-E anyway, but judging from, you have to be a decent centre half to play for Liverpool, to play for Southampton in the academy, most importantly. But all the best to him, and especially if he's under the guidance of Jurgen Klopp, you never know, he could get more first team football. You never know how well or how long players do tend to develop. He could be a player for the here and now, or could be a player for the next couple of years, and he gradually gets pushed into Liverpool first team in the next couple of years. But time will tell. But all the best to the young lad anyway. He's got a, judging from all the scouting reports and everything in terms of the journos, very highly regarded in Southampton's academy, and that's interesting times. I think we signed him in my Nottingham Town career mode, so a lot of people have been signing him on the career modes anyway. I don't think we will reach Lovren's level. Twitching it up tonight, Jack. Probably Rob Spider is he's in London anyway, Spider. He would have been joining me tonight, mate. But yeah, I probably will be a bit later, mate. I'll let you know anyway on that. But nice one for tuning in. He was fun. He has fun in name. I like him already. Fun name anyway. He's right or left-footed defender. I think he's left-footed, but I'm not 100% on that, Jose. But as I said, he's a young player, young prospect. I know he's not the it's not the midfield answers that we're looking for, but we're thinking long term. I'm wishing that young lad anyway all the best going forward. So that was just a little segment on that. And then we'll move on to the Conor Coady little bit of news now anyway. Conor Coady, it was getting reported, breaking news this morning. Conor Coady has completed his medical at Everton ahead of a loan move from Wolves with the option to buy as well. So for me, very interesting move for Conor Coady, but I think he just wants to move. Chat, how do you feel in relation to Conor Coady? For me, I feel he wants to move closer to home in terms of he's had, 5-6 good years at Wolves, and I'm very surprised that they're letting him go. But obviously, Wolves are near management set up as well. Probably do foresee him. He's Wolves as captain, and it will be a massive signing for Everton. I think that's chat. Let us know your feelings on this deal. And as I said, it's over my shoulder there. He was Liverpool. Is the captain's armband there? Yeah. Well, here we go. Yeah, he does wear. He used to wear the under-21s captain for Liverpool in the academy ranks anyway. So he come with a big rapport, and he's going to be absolutely fantastic. He's 30 odd years old, so he's a centre half. He can play right back DM as well. I think it's a massive sign for Everton. Something that would be massively improving their squad. But I just love it. I love the fact that he has captain Liverpool at a young age, and a couple of weeks ago, or a couple of years ago anyway, especially when he has gone to Goodison Park, he's always got absolute stick and he's been booed to no ends. But he's signing for Everton by the looks of it, and all the best to Conor. It's obviously he was at Liverpool's. I've got the his playing career anyway. Obviously, he did play. He started his career as a professional in 2011-2012 season in Liverpool's under 18s, and then he progressed and joined Liverpool's reserves. And then from 2013-14 season, he joined Sheffield United on loan. And he come back from that loan back in the end of the 13-14 season. And then he went from Liverpool's under 21s as of 2014-15 season, and he moved to Huddersfield Town for a fee in and around 423,000. And then he went from Huddersfield, and he got his big move to Wolves in 2015-16 season for in and around a fee of 2.5 million. But it's always great, and especially if a young Liverpool academy player doesn't necessarily make that step up into Liverpool's first team. It always makes me proud when you see, obviously, a young player that's come through Liverpool's academy playing in the Premier League as well. It was Jack Robinson when he was at his time. I think at his time, was it Sheffield United or was it last season when Sheffield United were in the Prem as well? So you do see the odd player here and there do crop up within the Premier League that have come through Liverpool's academy, and it's not quite worked out. And obviously, you haven't got at that time the expectation levels that if you are coming through Liverpool's academy. You look at it in terms of the last couple of years, obviously Trent, Curtis Jones, Steven Gerrard, and Carragher as well. There has been the odd one or two player that has come through Liverpool's academy, but you haven't quite made it to that next level. But all the best to Conor Coady. I think he'll be a phenomenal signing, improves massively on what Everton have currently got anyway. And hopefully he doesn't get booed. That's the most important thing anyway. Is right, read that one. Do you not rate him, Ant? I think he'd do quite well. Obviously, he does play predominantly in a free at the free back, protects him as well. But it will be interesting to see how. Tell you what, though, Ant, he's a much improved version on what they have. Michael Keane, he's a much better centre half than Michael Keane. I'll tell you that now. But we'll move on. Obviously, all the best to Conor in terms of his move to Wolves. And then just this little tweet as well from obviously John Henry's wife, Linda Pizzuti Henry. She responded from Paddy Power. If you haven't seen this video from Paddy Power, I would show it on today's episode, but obviously due to copyright, won't be able to show it. But if you haven't seen it, head over to Paddy Power's social media on Twitter, and it's absolutely fantastic. They probably do come up with probably the best social media videos in terms of the certain fan bases as well. Just taking the mickey out of Liverpool's fan base as well. And obviously Linda replied, John Henry's wife. Sam from Twitter and I are going to enjoy this summer. I do appreciate the feedback, suggestions, the shared joy, but most of all, I love being part of this clever, creative, and passionate community. I'm grateful to be in my 12th season with all of you as well. And it's always difficult. Some of the stuff I do see on Twitter or social media as a whole, anyway, where you've got John Henry's wife getting unnecessarily and quite disrespectful stick, like people saying sign X, Y, and Z, and Linda, obviously, yes, she's the wife of John Henry, but she's not in charge of Liverpool's transfer committee. But some of the stuff you do see directed there is an absolute disgrace. But it's good to see, especially as she is, as you can see there with this tweet, she's stepping out of her comfort zone in terms of her social media and obviously addressing the fans as well. It's good to see this side as well, most importantly, that she does listen as well, and she was quite happy with sarcastically replying anyway, which was good. It's good that she got a funny side to it anyway, and all the best to Linda and Hayden John, and whether you like or dislike FSG, she does try her best anyway. That's all you can ask for it anyway. And we'll go to a little funny tweet by Fulham's social media account. You've got to see the funny side to this anyway. I know we got absolutely battered by Fulham at the weekend, but Fulham's social media account tweeted today, alt, and obviously small snippets of obviously the video of Mitrovic tearing not just Virgil van Dijk, sending him Van Dijk to the shops, but he sent Jordan Henderson to the shops as well. With this little tweet, it was a little bit of fun anyway, but I just found that a bit of banter anyway. You've got to give it and take it, yeah. As a fan base anyway. I'm just done a show with the 1892 Reds podcast as well, where we reviewed my predictions, and I beat Luke and Ricky anyway in terms of my predictions. I did predict Brighton winning 2-1 against Manchester United, but death taxes and Man United losing games, it's more or less guaranteed anyway. But we'll go into the small little sections of the episode, everyone, and we'll be live from 9 p.m. tonight with Connor from the Cop Council anyway. And I'm hoping to get Connor on the show a lot more regular in terms of going forward. So it'd be great to see Connor. Me and him have discussed in the background. So we'll be getting Connor on more on the episodes as well, along with hopefully Spider going forward as well. It's the more people that get on the channel, the more interaction. I prefer probably doing my shows when I'm speaking to everyone in the comments as well, with a lot more panelists as well. So exciting times to come, everyone. I really do appreciate it. But there's the little segments as well. Graham Potter, not in relation to Liverpool, but in relation to his managerial credentials as well. But yeah, obviously Jose just saying about Godfrey there, it was a horrible. I know it was rivalry aside, that was a horrible. You never want to see that type of injury, but it was easy preventable as well. It was a shocking back pass, and the ball was out on it, so we didn't really need to go for that. But all the best in speedy recovery for Godfrey anyway. Just because he's never been played doesn't mean he won't be get booed. Yeah, that's a point, Dance. As well, get to Steve's comments. Any signings is an improvement for Everton. 100% there, Steve. Seriously though, it's a bit of a step down for Coady. He could have done better. 100% there, Steve. Especially with certain clubs in terms of deploying a free back system, as we've said, he's more favoured in a free back system when it had his time at Wolves over the last couple of years. But will be interesting. Imagine how sad you have to be to tweet John Henry's wife about new signings. social media, mate. It's disgusting some of the stuff she gets tweeted, and she's not even in charge of Liverpool's transfers. But some people have got too much time on their hands anyway. Liverpool, right? Oh yeah, they have 100% there. That's you got to see. You give it, and you take it anyway. But Liverpool, I'm pretty sure, have done a couple of social media posts in the past. I know we have. Season's only just started, 100% there, Mark. Anyway, but Sarr just scored from his own half for Watford. Honestly, fair play to him. And we know Watford will be back anyway. But I'm very surprised with that, mate. But chat as well. We'll speak about, obviously, a little segments on Graham Potter. What are your thoughts on Graham Potter? For me, I think he's one of the most underrated managers in world football anyway. For me personally, I really do rate him. He's a coach with a lot of ability, and you are seeing that at his time at Brighton, and it will be interesting because a lot of clubs in the Premier League that Brighton fans won't be happy with me saying this, but he's doing an absolutely phenomenal job at Brighton. And there's a lot of clubs in the Premier League, especially in the top level, up in the upper echelons in terms of Premier League, that could do with a Graham Potter. He's got 100 odd million to spend, and it will be interesting to see how Brighton do go out and about in terms of, obviously, over the last couple of years. Graham Potter's coped with one of his best centre halves moving in terms of, obviously, Ben White going to Arsenal, 50 odd million. He's just lost Basuma for 25 million to Spurs, one of, if not one of the best, easily in the top 5 in Premier League DMs. He's lost Cucurella to Manchester. I was going to say Man City, but that's where he was meant to go. But he's just gone to Chelsea. And I know he did sign him last year, but he was a big part of Graham Potter's setup. But for me, it's only a matter of time where that Graham Potter does move on from Brighton and he does get a bigger job. I'm hoping he does get a good job. He plays a great 3-4-2-1 system as well anyway, but he was ex-manager of Swansea. Obviously, he was appointed in 2018 on the 1st of July. Stayed there for 51 matches before his move to Brighton. Obviously, he joined Brighton in 2019, May of 20, the 20th of May anyway. And he's been in charge of Brighton for 128 matches anyway. But chat, let me know your thoughts. Where do you feel Potter's next adventures will be? Will it be post Brighton? But for me, I don't want him to be going to a club that's a step down, because Brighton, the work in which he's doing, chat, is absolutely phenomenal. Brighton, when he rocked up to Anfield last season, played us off the park at Anfield in certain moments, and they were unlucky not to win that game anyway. I know Liverpool, especially in the first half, we dominated the game, and if Liverpool did take their chances, then we would have won that game, but we didn't, and Brighton come back. I think he got a goal just before half-time or just after half-time anyway. It was a game that was in there, and we, especially that second half period, we got absolutely battered. But Brighton are always one of those teams, when you do come to Anfield, they play quite well, as well. Them and Palace over the last couple of years, I know the results have probably went Liverpool's way, but just when you're just watching a football team, and you're like, they are very well drilled in certain aspects of their game, and you're like, time will tell. And I'm hoping if Potter does stay at Brighton, that he does get the resources available to really push on. Because I've done a couple of prediction shows, and I said, if Brighton did invest that money in the right areas and on the right players, their recruitment's been second to none. Kept older Lamptey as well, their fullback. He's probably one of my favourite fullbacks, right fullbacks in the Premier League as well. He's still so young. Obviously, I think he was on the books at Chelsea. Apologies, I'm wrong, but I really do love Lamptey as a player as well. But a lot of great players at Brighton. Their recruitment has been quality. Get him to Leicester, and I've been telling you, mate. Yeah, he's absolutely fantastic, mate. And he would be an improvement on Rodgers. Thing with Rodgers and chat, let me know. Rodgers has had a chance at big clubs at Liverpool. And I know it tailed off at Liverpool. And yes, he did finish second, but Luis Suarez helped Liverpool finish second and very close to a league title. Yes, it was his tactics, but at the end of the day, it was Suarez, Steele, and Sturridge, and obviously Coutinho, Gerrard, and all those players. For me, tell you what, another parallel universe. Rodgers won Liverpool a league title, but fact is he didn't, and he bottled it at the back end of the season as well. It was his tactics that made Liverpool lose out on the league title anyway. And for me, and I don't know how you feel, chat as well. He's had 2 back-to-back seasons at Leicester. Leicester spent the most time in the top 4, but the fact that he missed out on probably like the last couple of weeks of the season again, back to back, it sort of needs to be questioned there as well. And he needs to be doing better with the squad in which he currently has got. That squad at Leicester is much better than a lot of Premier League teams currently vying in the Premier League anyway. Let me know your thoughts, everyone. Yeah, Potter is better than decent, 100% there. Stay 100%. Give him a pay rise and get him into the king power anyway, 100%, mate. It's only a moment of time, but he would have been a better, for me, he would have been a better appointment. I think I've seen an article today or on social media as well that Man United didn't go for him due to his lack of Champions League experience. But for me, I think he would have done a better job than Erik Ten Hag. And time will tell. Ten Hag might do well at Manchester United, but I feel as well. But Jay, how you doing, mate? Thank you very much for tuning in, mate. I'm only going to be live for another, what time are we on now? Another 20 minutes, mate. But Jay, you're probably busy, mate. But I will drop you the link on Twitter, mate, if you're down, mate. And I know I was watching Jay's stream today. Make sure you do head over to Jamie Phillips Football Chat as well. Subscribe to him, please, everyone. You all know who Jay is, but if you're not aware of his channel, head over. Good mate of mine as well. Does support me on the channel and a lot of everyone as well. We're all one big family. But Jay, just drop us a message there, mate. I'll drop you the link. As I said, I'm going to be live at 9 p.m. from Connor. Yeah, go ahead, mate. I'll drop you the link on Twitter, mate. I'm going to get Jay's thoughts, really, in terms of, obviously, the couple of stories that we have mentioned today as well, everyone. Oh, obviously, Dave. Thank you very much for tuning in, Dave, as well. 1 second. Yeah, we're going to be capping off very soon as well, chat. It was only going to be an hour, 55-minute episode, but I appreciate you all tuning in. Got a couple of talking points that we will discuss anyway. There we go. Let's drop Jay the link there. Let's put my headphones on as well. But yeah, I'll get Jay's thoughts in terms of Graham Potter because I know he's a massive fan. I was watching his video, as I was saying before. But the longer the next couple of seasons do go on, in reality, in terms of Graham Potter at Brighton, it's going to be more, if he does continue to improve and on his seasons as he had, it's going to be more difficult. But Jay, there we go, Jay. Sorry,
Call me up. I'm doing good, mate. You all right?
Yeah, not too bad. Plug the merch, lad.
Yeah, there you go.
Say plug the merch.
There it is. Coasters coming. I've got loads of shit coming.
There we go, mate. As I said, do head over to Jamie Phillips Football Chat anyway. Head over, subscribe. As I said, you know who he is. But Jay, thank you very much for jumping in, mate.
Hi, you're welcome.
And you've been a busy man with all your streams as well, mate. But this segment, Graham Potter, I know you're a big admirer of him.
Yeah.
Is it going to be more increasingly difficult for Brighton over the next couple of years if he does continue developing this Brighton side and with an upward trajectory?
Might be hard to keep him this season, the way things are going with certain teams. Yeah, look, he's lost Cucurella and Basuma.
And Ben White as well in the past.
Yeah. Ben White's gone as well. Does it seem to bother him? No. He's got this team so well coached. Well coached. I love watching Brighton play football. For me, I would say only Man City are the best ball-playing team in the Premier League, apart from Brighton. The way they keep it on the floor, you never really see them hoof it, do you? It's always on the floor. They play nice patterns to play, nice triangles over the pitch. They have nice movement. And he's making players that, let's face it, are not great footballers, but he's making them very good footballers with his coaching. He's going places. Potter's definitely going places. I can see him at Leicester. Because I don't know how Brendan. I think Brendan's hanging on a little bit. I think he's hanging on a tad, and I think Graham Potter would be that step up, go to Leicester, do a job there, and then slowly keep stepping up. I've already said it. I wouldn't mind him as Liverpool manager after Jurgen Klopp. I've already said it because I think I look at it and the way he plays, and he could adapt that to a team that's got like players at Liverpool. And I know people always say step up might be too much. You know, some managers are very suited to that sort of team where they can play that kind of way and they can't do it at a higher level. But there's something about Potter that makes me think he can. There is something about him. I think he's very clever as well. I think he's got a degree in psychology as well. Something like that, ain't he? Very clever man, very bright fella. And he's the new breed of coach, ain't he? I know everyone wants him for England, don't they? That's the thing. That's the shout at the moment. You hear everywhere. After the World Cup, get Southgate out. But I mean, if I had Graham Potter right now going to the World Cup with these players England have got, I'd be very hopeful.
Yeah, could you imagine a forward-thinking coach like Graham Potter would do?
Yeah,
or the talent. Maybe he'd be having Trent like getting about 10 assists in the tournament or something.
Yeah,
he'd actually play Trent in his actual proper position. Like he's obviously Terry Lamptey as well with Brighton. And
exactly.
That'd actually make me watch an England game as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't really actually Trent plays his position. But as well, mate, obviously, your thoughts on obviously Conor Coady. I did briefly touch over it anyway.
Weird one,
bit of a mad one in terms of Conor. Obviously, I've triggered the Everton fans with the. He was an academy captain anyway.
I mean, he is a red, ain't he? I mean, he's a red all the way through. But apparently, Wolves want to play 4 at the back, don't they? Because Wolves want to play 4 at the back. Conor Coady is very suited to a 3 at the back, and that's what Everton are going to play. So, I think he's 30 next February. Yeah. I think he might be just wanting to go back home as well. Go back to Liverpool. Yeah. You know, he's going to be 30 years old at the beginning of next year. And maybe he just feels like he wants to play there. He might not be playing in the Premier League next season. But, you know, they have upgraded their defence, to give them credit. Conor Coady is better than Holgate. There's no doubt about it.
100%.
Tarkowski is better than... who's the crap they had there before? Who am I forgetting?
Keane, Yeremina.
Yeah, Keane, Mina and Keane, any of them two. Yeah. So they have upgraded them players. I find it a weird one because I don't know if he's upgraded club from Wolves to Everton right now. I mean, name-wise, probably has. But where you look at it, where you look at it, it's a weird one. But if the rumour is that Lang wants to go to a 4-4-2 at Wolves, I can understand why Conor Cody's left.
Yeah, interesting. Obviously, his captain abilities, he's quite a
good leader.
And that's definitely what Everton need as well. Yeah. Obviously, Jose, I would, mate, but he's, as he said last night, him and Luke.
Spider.
He's in London.
Is he?
Yeah, he went to Watford. I think he went to the Harry Potter world, so might pop in for some tea with Jay.
Yeah.
Say hello.
He went to that's a nice area around there as well.
Yeah, so I still haven't been. Chat, if you've been to Harry Potter world, let me know how it was.
Yeah, it's immense.
Yeah, it's
immense.
I'm a massive Harry Potter fan. If it's not really Liverpool, good. It's Harry Potter. 2 of the hardest working Reds on YouTube.
Big up,
we just love what we do, don't we, Jay?
As I said, I love talking.
Jay yeah, so do we all. But as I said, me and Jay got in just for the love and passion at the football club, and both of us are made up that you're tuning in. We really do appreciate it, and long may it continue anyway. And as I said, it's the thing. Liverpool's YouTube scene is very small. Everyone knows everyone. And we just try and help as much as possible with what everyone shows. Everyone's willing to jump on everyone shows, and that's how it should be, really. Yeah, exactly. But appreciate your support, Steve, both of us as well. He's saying Lewis Dunk and Webster look like PK and PO. And
that's true.
And he had, what was it, Welbeck this week, mate? He went to Old Trafford and I know that he's playing against Danny Maguire, Welbeck, but
he looks all right, Welbeck, didn't he? He looks all right. I feel for Welbeck because he got through a few times. His touch let him down, didn't it? Yeah. And then that time that his touch was superb, and then went through on goal. They raised the offside flag up when he was onside. It was mad. Absolutely mad. I felt for him there. But yeah.
And he had that. What was it? I think I seen something on Twitter last night as well. It was the lineup. It was Welbeck, Trossard, and Lallana that he was playing out wide for the. When was Chelsea fans say, "Oh, Tuchel can't get the best." It's not Tuchel's fault because he can't get the best out from free. Well, just look at what Potter's doing. Potter's doing with those.
Trossard's a player.
Yeah. Time will tell. Potter's.
That does have a ring to it.
How you doing, Helen, as well? Really appreciate you tuning in as well. Will Diev, or Josie's got a question here. Will Diev be in another relegation scrap this season?
Yeah.
I think me and you have said that, haven't we? When we've done all of our
predictions. Lampard said it as well, ain't he?
Yeah.
They got no striker. They haven't got a striker. So, till they get a striker through the door, they're banging trouble. They are banging trouble. There's only you can't just keep playing defensive-minded football not to get beat every week. So it's going to be difficult for Everton. It really is. Yeah. And, they definitely going to be down there all season.
Yeah, it's going to be a scrap like it was last year for not just Everton, but a lot of teams. How you doing, Gary? Thank you for tuning in, La. He was out of favour. Wolves always on the bench because of the force. As Jay alluded to, the change of formation as well. Are we doing North? Absolute legends. Who are we signing? Well, I know Jay's just jumped on, but if you have, a lot of you just jumped in now, but it's not a midfielder chat, sadly. It's an academy player. Where's my bloody graphic there? It's this young lad. He's 21 years old anyway, and he comes from the Southampton Academy. He goes by the name of obviously Dare. That's his nickname. He likes to go with anyway. Obviously, as James Spears said there, he was at Southampton for 11 years. So and Jay, Southampton have got a very good history of producing quite decent players.
Yeah, we've got another one from them, have we? I mean, I don't actually hear about this. That's a good bit of business. I mean, he looks like a big, strong lad in the picture there, don't he? So.
Yeah.
See how it goes. They're going straight into the under-21. So let's see how he does. I think that the young players we're getting at the club we are starting to do something there now. I've been a bit critical of our youth system, our youth set up for a while now, but there's some players now that we're getting in there that we're either buying from other clubs and plotting in that could do well in the future. So let's see how that one goes. We'll have to keep an eye on him in the under-21 games and stuff. See how he does.
Yeah, time will tell, mate. As I said at the top of the show, even if he's half as good as the last centre half we got from Southampton.
If he's anywhere near.
And that's not Lovren, by the way, chat.
No.
Even
if he's as good as Lovren, that ain't bad, to be fair.
Yeah.
David Nate's the best centre back in the world.
Oh, yeah. Obviously, that was Tinyanyan. Thank you very much. Apologies for the pronunciation, mate. But obviously, that was the centre half. He will be going into Liverpool's academy, as we just said there, mate. Breaking news: Leicester have turned down an 85 million bid.
They want 90. I read. I think, and I don't know if you know, but apparently, I've heard Leicester want 90 million for Fana, and they don't want it as they don't want they want it all up front, no advanced deals later on and things like that. They want it all up front, 90 mil.
I'll tell you what, mate, if he's managed to get that will be absolutely fantastic business. Especially, and you pulled the pants down at Man United for, the fridge. What was it, 80-odd million? And
Fofana's far better defender.
Yeah, much better, mate, isn't it? 100%. And if you look at the money centre-halves are going for, Jay, 85 million, it looks like at first glance, it's a lot of money, but in terms of the long term, as you said, mate, he's got one of the, if he continues developing over the last couple of years, he has. Obviously, you got that bad injury, but for Fofana, 85 million long term. If he stays at Chelsea for 10 years, 85 million is just a snip, isn't
it? Yeah. It's good business. I mean, everyone laughed when we bought Van Dijk for 75 million. Now, it's like Fofana's a very good defender. I think everyone really rated Fofana before his injury last season, didn't they? Everyone was talking about him. So he's obviously got a very good ability. He's a good defender. He's going to be a superstar.
Rapid, isn't he?
He's French. Yeah. Is he French? He's French.
Yeah, he's French.
Yeah. I think he's a little head of Konate in the national team as well, I do believe as well. So, I mean, Konate and Fofana could be a future partnership for the French international team in the next few years. So, Yeah, that could be a good bit of business over a few years, and a good bit of business for Leicester as well. But
Yeah.
I know I had Ant on my channel, and he was saying like buying players is a problem at the moment with FFP, and
Yeah.
I think they got debt they got to pay off as well. So maybe if you sell for Fana for 90, you just got to worry about who you go to bring in, because I don't quite trust Brendan Rodgers with that sort of thing.
Yeah, I was just about to say, mate, don't give Rodgers any more money, because he will go and get, as we were saying, mate, we've said in the past on our shows, he'll get Fabio Borini up front and Ricky Lambert and the boys. So
Oh,
you never know. Just keep
Ricky
that money for
Lambert.
Leicester and not Rodgers. We've had some great strikers, haven't we, in the past?
Oh, Ricky
Grob
Lambert.
was class yesterday too. Really good anticipation and putting in the extra hard yards to get into the box. As Jay alluded to before, Jack, and thank you for your comment, mate. Thank you for tuning in. It's what he gets the best out of Graham Potter, and he makes obviously the squad. It's not obviously on the level of a Manchester City or Liverpool or even Arsenal to an extent in certain aspects.
They play to
but
that
they
level.
play.
Right?
Yeah, that's one thing that Jake Klopp does so well, Jay. And he gets players, he improves them, and I think is that
Playing
an
above
attribute that you,
themselves.
is that an attribute that you class with Graham Potter as well? But
Mm.
that is obviously there, mate. That's there. I'll quickly bring it up for everyone tuning in. Obviously, academy, new academy signing there. Potentially long term could be becoming a Liverpool first team player anyway. But it's get to where your comments. And we all shoot off. Got another 10 minutes anyway. Neverton, that is. But yeah, who bid for Fofana? It was Chelsea, Duff. I think it is, yeah. 84 million for the fridge. Bloody hell. But yeah, right, we'll go straight into it, everyone. The last talking points anyway. We had a little bit of John Henry's wife.
Good.
Yeah, she was reacting anyway. And to some of the Muppets on social media as well. And obviously Graham Potter as well. And if you are watching on the repeat, let us know, as me and Jay have just discussed, and we discussed with chat as we went live. Where do you foresee Graham Potter in the next couple of years going? Do you reckon he'll stay at Brighton? But as Jay alluded to, it's going to be increasingly difficult if he does continue getting the results and getting the performances. I'd love for one season for Brighton to get a Champions League, not a champion. Well, it'd be crazy if you got a Champions League, but a European spot, whether that be Europa League Conference or the other, the one below that anyway. But just a quick one here, Jay. Obviously, it was interesting. I just picked this out because it was really interesting in terms of the story. Incredible Spanish radio claimed Barcelona jointly set up a holdings company to which it paid 150 million of its own money to buy its own assets to inflate the value of the sale. La Liga have supposedly rejected it and is not new money. Barca now must pay 37.5 million tax on this payment.
That's fraud. You can't do that. You can't do that.
So
Barcelona make me laugh, man.
So what's your thoughts on the current predicament Barca do find themselves in?
I don't understand how Barcelona are allowed to buy players. I can guarantee you right now, the state Barcelona Football Club are in, when you're telling every player they got to take a wage cut by 50%, Ad League, the Premier League would put them on a transfer ban. They wouldn't be able to buy players. They'd be in a transfer embargo till they sort their financials out, like happened to Chelsea. This is going to be it's going to be the same with Barcelona. It's how can you go and then buy Lewandowski, right? Yeah. Put him on massive wages and then tell Frankie de Jong to take a pay cut.
Braithwaite was getting booed today as well in a friendly, or was it yesterday?
It's mad. It's madness. It's not Frankie de Jong's fault you offered him 500 grand a week, is it? What's he going to go? He's not going to go, oh, I'm going to turn that down just because of Barca. I won't accept that. I'll have a little luck. Of course he's not. He's going. Leeds did the same thing. Peter Ridsdale wrote checks he couldn't afford. Leeds had to sell all their best players and got relegated because that's the way the English game is. Barcelona are getting away with it. They're getting away with it. And I don't know how it's legal what they're doing. I really don't.
It's not, mate, isn't it? If it was any of the English teams, we'll be getting our hands slapped, won't we?
Yeah, exactly. But it's Barcelona, and UEFA needs Barcelona. They need Real Madrid.
Yeah, 100%, mate. And that it goes to show why the Spanish clubs, I know English clubs, and quite wrongly, even Liverpool jumped into bed with obviously the Super League, but we backed out quite quickly and quite rightly. But is it the Spanish clubs and Juventus? I don't know. Is it
Juventus,
Barca?
Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Juventus are still in with them. Yeah.
Yeah, it just shows how much of a predicament, like debt wise, and just that article as well. Just thought we're just little discussion on it as well.
That
But
is madness. I hate that as well. It's the Spotify Stadium, ain't it? It's
yeah,
they sold their soul. They literally sold their soul, didn't they?
yeah.
It's madness.
Everyone cancel your Spotify subscription.
They just literally sold their soul, and it's a bit like Newcastle and Chelsea, ain't it? Newcastle's owners sort of own Chelsea. Have you heard about this article?
Oh no, we haven't seen that one.
Yeah, so Newcastle's owners sort of own Chelsea as well because they bank like the same banking and all that. With the, it's mad. It's absolutely mad how this all happens. I just don't get it. The sports washing. I mean,
yeah,
Barcelona.
You will find out in the next couple of years. I'm hoping Barca, for all the business they have done, they were happily doing it when they were on top of the world, when they had Messi. But some of the stuff they were doing behind closed doors and currently doing at the minute, they've been doing it for absolute donkeys, as Jay said. And
they did it to keep up with Real Madrid, didn't they? That's what they did it for. Because Real Madrid are the team in Spain. They're owned by, the
King of Spain.
King of Spain, ain't it? You know what I mean? So Madrid are always going to be number one. They're always going to be. It's like when Barcelona won all their league titles with Pep Guardiola and all that. But Real Madrid kept winning the Champions League, and everyone only just really speaks of Real Madrid, don't they? It's just, they can't keep up with them, and they never will. And now they're just in. I mean, their summer transfer. Ain't they spent the most in Europe this summer as well?
Yeah, supposedly. But they haven't. They've spent all this money, James.
But they can't register anyone. They can't register anyone. I've never seen anything like it. I don't get it. And then you tell your players to take a pay cut. I'll be like, F off. I ain't taking
especially Busquets. Imagine if we turned around like a Gerrard, like if we turned around to Gerrard,
legend of the club,
and he'd won like a load of league titles and went, and he won obviously a Champions League. And he's basically Busquets is probably being in one of the greatest sides we've watched over the last 10, 20 years anyway, football. And they're telling them, oh, no, sorry, you've got to take a pay cut. And then you got Gerard Piqué shagging everyone's mind as well. So it's it's not the best.
He had Shakira.
That's
doing? Doing Ain't he doing Gavi's mum? Ain't that the thing?
Yeah.
Gavi calls him dad now. Or something.
Naughty Piqué. Well, naughty Piqué. Sit down on the wages of ours. Saying that, as I think I spoke to Jay about this or someone else, but he is technically one of the richest football players because I think he owns like a medical company, is it?
Braithwaite, he owns a medical company, I do believe. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
he's proper wealthy, ain't he? He don't need money.
Yeah, so you'd understand why he went there because Barca are like, oh, can you give us an extra 10 million or something with skins?
Yeah.
But it wouldn't surprise me if it comes out in the next 10, 15 years that Braithwaite's financed Barca and they're probably getting money off him as well. It's the only reason he's out there. But Barca shot themselves in the foot, but got to ask about the legality of obviously their actions. Yeah, there's going to be some lawyers sweeping in on Barcelona. Not folding, but
UEFA won't let it happen.
Yeah.
Barcelona can never be relegated out of their league either. Them and Real Madrid are never allowed to be relegated.
Yeah, not being too bad. Yeah, that's crazy, man.
They're never allowed because of Real Madrid B and Barcelona playing the league below. They're never allowed to be promoted, and Real Madrid and Barcelona are never allowed to be relegated.
That's madness. Yeah. Imagine that in England, mate. Imagine if like Liverpool, United, they'd be absolute murder. They would be. Billionaires always find loopholes. 100% there, Jose. Busquets has already taken one pay cut. They want him to take another. Bloody hell. Right, we'll move on from Barca in the mud. Hopefully, Barca in the mud. And they get liquidated. It's all right. Javi was on the mic this season, and we know how that went for previous. Remember when Messi got on the mic? We're winning the Champions League. And then 4-0. Yep. Say no more. But... Well, happy, as I said before, with everyone. But we'll see if Jay gets this. They're not hard questions, but got like 5 or 6 quiz questions just to cap off the show, everyone.
Right.
Obviously, Joel Matip. And chat, you can play along anyway. Just little segments. Quite easy, but we'll go with the first question in terms of Jay and chat.
Yeah.
In which year did Joel Matip sign for Liverpool? Was it 2015, 2016, 2017, or 2018?
Ooh.
In which year did Liverpool sign Joel Matip?
Oh, was it 16?
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
There we go. Spot on there, la. And I was gonna. Which club did Joel Matip sign? Oh, Christ, it's far too easy. Leverkusen, Dortmund, Hamburg, or Schalke?
Schalke.
Yeah, there we go. I'm expecting everyone. Andrew got that one as well. The next question is: he also wore number 32. Did Joel Matip previously wear 42 at his previous club? Is it true or false?
42.
32, sorry.
32.
Did he previously wear the number at his previous club?
32. Jesus Christ, I don't actually know.
True or false?
Oh.
So he also wore the number 32 shares. True or false? So Schalke that would be.
I'm gonna say it's a number he likes, so I'm gonna say true.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
Correct there, chat. Oh, Steve's went false on that one. Jose, 1 year off, nearly. Obviously, Andrew got that one right anyway. Andrew's went with true. Next question: how many goals has Joel Matip scored for Liverpool? Is it 6, 9, 12, or 15?
Ooh. He's got quite a few actually for his head. So.
I got this one wrong when I took it.
Ooh.
So how many goals has Joel Matip scored, Chatters and Jay? 6, 9, 12, or 15? See if Chat's got it right.
I'm going to go 9.
Correct. Yes, spot on there. North went with 9 there. So obviously you're correct there, North. And Andrew, Steve went with 12. Incorrect there, mate. I did, Steve. I went with 12 when I did take this quiz.
It seems like he scored a lot more, don't it?
Yeah, 100%. Mate. And this one's a decent one. I got this one correct. I'm surprised of. Against which side did he score his first Reds goal? When did Joel Matip score his first goal for Liverpool? Was it Palace, Leeds United, Manchester City, or Sheffield United?
Ooh.
So when did Joel Matip score his first? What club did he score his first goal against? So obviously chat as well. It's Palace, Leeds, City, Manchester City, those, or Sheffield United.
Oh,
I'm gonna go with Jay.
I'll go with Sheffield United.
No, Crystal Palace. It was. I think it was. Yeah, it was Crystal Palace. I thought it was Sheffield United. That's not too bad. Save chat. But yeah, Andrew's gone with Palace. North went with Sheffield United. Steve said, can't even guess the answer with multiple choice Sheffield. But there we go. But it was Crystal Palace. I would ask you this one, but it's too easy. Which international team is Joel Matip represented? And it's Cameroon. Yeah. And then the last 2 questions. In which season did he make his highest number? Joel Matip, this is highest number of appearances for Liverpool. Was it 2018-19 season, 2019-20, 2020-21 season, or the season just gone, 2021-22?
Now, part of me wants to say last season, but Canate played a lot of Champions League games. And I don't know how many cup games he played.
So which season did he make his highest number of appearances for Liverpool in all competitions?
In all comps, see, because Canate played champs. Oh, and he played Champions League final when we won. I'm going to go last season because he played every league game. So,
yeah, correct, La. No, he's spot on there, mate. Yeah, Steve went with he's correct as well. Pretty sure a lot of you did guess. Probably it was one of Joel Matip's best seasons, which was great. It's great that we are seeing the best of Joel Matip's. Hopefully, his injuries touch wood everyone in your house.
Touch wood, it's him being behind him, don't they?
Yeah, it's behind them hopefully. And obviously North went with last season. Steve went with 20 last season. A lot of everyone. Jay was correct there. And the final little question was only a bit of fun here. How many times has he won the Premier League Player of the Month? Is it 0, 1, 2, or 3? How many times has Joel Matip won the Premier League Player of the Month?
Oh, I think he won it once. I swear he won it once.
Yeah.
He did win it once.
You're correct there, lad.
Yeah.
Correct. Absolutely spot on. Let's see if chat's got the comments. But it was only a little bit of a quiz. Thank you very much, Jake, for taking that. And I was going to do the Premier League results, but we've got 5 more minutes left. But we'll quickly gloss over them.
Stubbsy show as well.
Yeah, but what was probably one of your favourite results of the weekend, Jay? I think it's got to be the
Man United losing.
Man United
was hilarious, and
just quick thoughts on that, mate. It was an absolute joke of a performance, but it's Man United, isn't it?
I expected it because Brighton are very good. Didn't Brighton beat them their away last season as well? So
they beat them like 4-0, wasn't it?
Brighton are very good away from home. So no, I expected it. And when you're playing Christian Eriksen as a false 9, there's issues. And you got McFred
in the middle. Went to play DM as well.
I mean, Liverpool fans think we have a midfield issue. Look at Man United's. I mean, I'd rather have what we got right now than Man United's midfield. You know what I mean? So, no, it was hilarious. And, and the Villa one shocked me as well.
The Villa one, quickly, that was obviously Bournemouth. Be interesting to see how they do approach it. Obviously, Palace did win against our... Palace got beat by Arsenal. I was surprised. I think a lot of us did have Palace to win that game.
Yeah.
City won. Spoke about that last night, as I said.
Boring.
And I don't know if he's still in the chat as well. Leicester bottled a 2-goal lead anyway. I think it was. He was winning.
You can't be doing that.
But Spurs being Spursy, saying that it is Southampton. But Jay, please do shout out. I know a lot of people know who you are, but for the people that don't, mate, where can people find you? And what shows you got coming up this week, mate?
Yeah, it's obviously right there, guys. Jamie Phillips Football Chats. That's where you can find me on my YouTube channel. Yeah, I've got a video again tomorrow. Actually, this is the last video I'm doing on it as well because I'm sick and tired of it. So I'm doing a video on the Liverpool's midfield crisis, and so I'm doing the last ever video on that, and I'm not going to talk about it ever again because I'm sick to the death of it. So I'm going in depth on it tomorrow. Go look at all our players, what's available, the transfer.
What time's that out, mate?
12:30, I think. Yeah, 12:30 tomorrow.
Yes,
12:30 tomorrow. So I'll be doing that, and then getting ready for all the weekends football this weekend as well. So, but after this Monday, on the 15th of August, my videos are going to be changing for a while because Penny goes in for her operation on next Monday. So it got cancelled. It was meant to be in July, weren't it? And so it's going to be on the 15th of August. So my channel is going to look a bit different for 6 weeks. I'm probably going to be doing mostly evening shows because I've got my 2 little kids I've got to look after at home. So I can't do anything during the day because they're only 3 and 18 months old. So I've got them during the day. Once they've gone to bed, it's going to be evening shows for 6 weeks. And then I'll be back to normal. But
yeah, well, thank you very much for coming on, mate, for the taking time to jump on. Please do head over, subscribe to Jamie Phillips Football Chat anyway. Massive support of mine. I'm probably one of the most soundest people I know, especially on YouTube. But I appreciate your support, mate, as always. And everyone, thank you for tuning in. Quickly rattle through these quick questions anyway, because I know Connor's going to absolutely kill me if I'm late. Andrew, 1-0. 1, but yeah, 1 fine team as well. Post guy, lovely big epic warrior style picture of never used them as well. Obviously thoughts with Jay and the family at the minute as well. As I said, mate, you need any help on YouTube or even need me to host one episode on the channel, mate, always here, mate. But thank you everyone for tuning in, and Jay, once again, thank you for taking the time out, mate, and shout out Bosco. You've missed your chance to wind us up, mate. Well, thank you for tuning in, Bosco. Thank you, appreciate it. But until next week, especially if Liverpool don't get the result, but you never walk alone, Reds. Thank you, Jay. And